What's up, Hippo lovers? Secret against Suomi, ECL 3v3, the final game of the regular season. Finals will start in late August. Secret obviously already qualified, will go into the finals against AM. Suomi played a solid season and is now trying to gain some more manetos into their poketos. And will give their very best in the upcoming best of 5. We can see the settings up top. We have to use 2 of those 10 civilizations every single game, and we cast recorded games 9 hours old from earlier this morning. They had an interesting schedule there, 8 GMT start, and now let's just look into this one. We are seeing our green player, Mr. Vidalise, playing the Mayans here. They had an incredible Registered Fortress game against Heresy last round, and they also had room stock with the Franks. That last time he was the flank, which is kind of tricky. Had to wall quite a bit at the pocket position. He could do wonders on the other side. His flank missed the max, potentially going for patterns as well. Tato is playing the mirror matchup here with Spanish. We have the Franks, Mr. Jordan, playing the pocket position. Jordan is back, guys, if you didn't know. And we have Mayans, the Viper flank here. And Jordan was just visiting the Viper. Not sure if they discussed strategies or if they only applied lube to each other. And sunscreen. And joy. Or if they actually discussed some strategies. This feels a bit slow. Don't we think so? Maybe this is a bit better. Don't really know. Okay, some kings here, scouting. And kind of the obvious civilizations. Franks and Spanish in the Civ pool. Mayans and absolute beast for Registered Fortress. So lovely choice here. No one really going for Chinese. Could have been the other option, and then keep Mayans for another map to go for the brutal sling there, but something we didn't go for. All players on the way to field late, exactly what we're expecting. The Max and Jordan a bit higher, Viper and Shadow in the middle pack, Roomstock and Belize, the early players. Niddy doesn't know it because we kept our inappropriate behavior secret, but we actually had a 6-way in the back of Niddy's apartment doing what? That's the white stains on my couch. I thought someone was dropping some creme fraiche. That makes so much more sense. Okay. Okay. Mystery solved. Good that I'm streaming. Standard blacksmith market here, something I will expect from most players. Roomstock should go for the big boom, while we expect some unique units here from all 4 flank players. Jordan with 3 on gold. Sometimes you're lacking a bit then, but he did send them early enough that he will get it in time. Floating quite a bit of wood, having a solid 8 on wood. Sometimes you want to add some more farms, but all pretty standard. Could have also opted for the stable, but honestly, maybe balancing your eco with the market might be better. You're also having 25 wood. If you go for the blacksmith, instantly goes for double bit axe, so feels like his eco is good enough. Has 4 on berries, so looks pretty reasonable here. And yeah, standard solid build up, exactly what we're expecting on this high level. And guys, I'm somewhat getting excited for the ECL finals here. Really curious how well Secret and AM are going to prepare. Some walls here. Obviously Spanish benefiting from the Mayans bonus, only half the cost of those walls, and creating somewhat of a small team wall for themselves. Roomstock in the back still open though, but simply not allowing the instant pathing of Tados. Conquistadors might be quite nice. These cows getting its own inside jokes all the time. You think AM will really prepare? I am a hype caster. And I'm making money off just filling time talking trash that no one really believes. And I know the 200 people are now shaking their heads like, hey, I'm preparing, but that sentence alone is getting so many emotions from you that you will tune in next time just to hear what stupid stuff is nearly saying again. Maybe next time I will say, oh, I'm looking forward to Doubts Micro during the finals, and everyone will be, lol, 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 lol. Nearly has no idea what he's talking about. And then you tune in again. Then I will say something like Jordan will be top 20 in the world again. And yeah, just creating some memes. Oops, Monday. Did he just say Monday? Monday? No, actually it's Tuesday. I'm not sure what time zone the Max is living in, but I'm a bit confused. Actually, Spanish villager on Monday. See. Okay. Well, maybe I trust him. Okay, Botkin arrow for release. He's going for some plumed archers. The Viper is sitting on plumed archers that will soon have fletching. And he might feel, okay, I have fletching, you have fletching. And then he can engage. But 1 second later, pop, +2 is now in here. Better numbers for the snake for now. At that front overall, it's 8 to 9. Now running around a bit. Now I have so much respect for your stream. Okay, guys, the thing is, I'm the one who is allowed to lie. If the viewers are also lying, we get into a full troll stream. Not sure how that will work properly. Goes for a monastery. Okay. Not something we see too often in team games. Something we don't see too often in team games where we have bop. First snipe unit of the game. First kill. And also not something if we see players go for a lot of army. Right, Spanish trade kind of helping you in the long run as well. Tedo trying to be annoying a bit here. Will have the hill advantage with this conquistadors. But I think the Max will just come over there. Maybe plumed archers of the Viper and Felice are going over there as well. Should have a good vision of this area now. I'm not sure if adding a monastery in this scenario is so good. It feels like we have secure corners for both teams anyways, and yeah, trade will just run, slowing down your boom by a solid 30 seconds or 20 seconds there. Oh, Tedo getting the first snipe against his head here. 5 conquistadors, apparently enough if all of them hit to one shot, and now the dance begins. Scout is running away, and the Max, pretty cool play by him. He is now at 34 villagers compared to the 41 of Tedo, so nice play there, adding the second TC a bit earlier, or simply keeping his TCs up, running a bit more. Went for 4 conquistadors more on the other side, and obviously the monastery that we mentioned. Let's see, Jordan is sitting at 44 while Roomstock is sitting at 51, so 2 reasonable advantages for the players that did not go for the extra monastery and the extra monks for safety. This is so weird. I don't want to. Now I'm saying stupid stuff again, but I'm gaining respect for MBL. Whew, that was tough to go over my lips. And that he can read chat on his phone and is really interacting with his chat, because now I'm with the non-2 screen setup and need to read chat on my phone, and it's so small, and well, it's not really comfortable as well. So yeah, good job by MBL keeping interaction with chat running while not having a second screen. Trying to do the same now, but I also see quite some nice snipes here by the snake. 3 kills there for none. Now it's 5 to 3. Tedo and Jordan, not really the guys who likes to kill enemy units for now. Jordan at 59 villagers compared to the 61 of Roomstock, so catching up there. We have the Viper going for wheelbarrow, not really knowing what the other ones have as timings. Now picking up the first relic here. No, that's the second one. Jordan grabbed the one at the front, is grabbing the one at the top now, and it seems that it will be probably 3-2 relics overall. Viper's going for +1 defense, wants to go for some snipes, does not get the kills here though. And yeah, don't you love Red Side Fortress, guys? It just feels so pretty. There's some shenanigans at the front, something like a petard go. Where's the king of Tedo? Okay, in the tower in the back. So Conquistadors will get in here, will deny some farming, will also use the hill advantage. There's one tower around, could be a bit annoying. That's kind of it. Tedo has his Conquistadors somewhat at home though, so could maybe defend that. Something I really didn't see coming. Could we maybe have a go in the back here? No, not really. Jordan would be open in the back, but not too important. Maybe we can grab some of those villagers at the front. Tedo should have very little idea of this coming in. And to finish my thought, we have some shenanigans early on, some aggression, some kills, and then still have the guaranteed beautiful late game with big trade, big armies, and big imperial play. But now the Max broke through first. Tedo with an instant X, as I said earlier, has his army around. Maybe we could have timed that Belize is around as well. But the Max here has very little idea of how the map looks like. Oh boy, that's a play that is something you could call over-committal here for sure. Luckily he has +2 defense and is taking less damage. Even trying to fight against the Conquistadors, staying under the TC fire, but surprisingly didn't lose a single Conquistador. How did that happen? Tedo is now trying to take the engagement here with the hill advantage. The Max is committing heavily. Nice defensive blocking here by Tedo. You can see he's moving in and trying to keep the hill advantage. And I think that was a big committal that did not pay off for the Max here. Beautiful defense here by Tedo. He is ahead by 11 villagers and military count is 9-4 now. What a beautiful hold by Tedo. He obviously benefited from the lack of scouting that the Max could not really get. He was hungry for the kill but ran into the castle. Maybe, if you want to avoid that in the future, you will watch a bit more Nilly streams. And you know that if we don't have any towers over here, we know that the castle is far away, because the towers always spawn around the castle area. So you should have known castle had to be in this wide area here, and therefore a jump under it was a very risky move, but well, that's why you tune in to Nilly AoE and not to the Max's channel. Meanwhile, the Viper and Belize are going to Imperial Age. Tedo is catching up with Wheelbarrow and Roomstock. Jordan going imp as well. Plumed Archer dance continues. The Viper even having +2 defense, but 10 villagers behind. So overall, the Boom, well, actually did catch up from Jordan there. Lots of houses. Would be quite vulnerable to a Ramgo, but a Ramgo, something we won't see for won't see too soon. Stables now added, right hand side here from Roomstock, some in the center, probably will build some at the side. Roomstock's so good at knowing where to build, when to build his army as well. Look at how experienced he is in those late scenarios, building all his houses at the edge of the map so that the trade won't get blocked. Markets nice and early, being prepared. We see Jordan moving out here as well. Tedo, the only guy a bit late, wants to go for some control, but the Max actually staying quite heavily in Castle Age. Added some more Conquistadors. Tedo has all his upgrades on those as well, wants to go for some more stone at the front. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a castle pretty soon. Before that, we will have a villager kill. Speed up a bit more. I think 75 is something kind of ideal. Some more walls behind this. And earlier I wanted to criticize the Max for rewalling that blacksmith, because I felt like, yeah, why would Tedo ever attack into that area if there is a TC behind? But actually, that paid off, bought him some more time. Now shenanigans here at the right hand side. Chivalry coming in for Roomstock. An upgrade that makes a lot of sense, especially if you research it before the Paladin tag. Just flying through those researches so much quicker. Small bug here. The villager trade should be starting now pretty soon. Tato on the way to Imperial Age. Roomstock already researching paladins. And Jordan not even Imperial Age. I would say a bit of a better boom there by our Finnish Frank pocket player, but let's see if that's actually getting punished. The Viper goes for some aggression, has the upgrades a bit earlier. No Elite Plumed Archer upgrade by Velise yet. That trap seems to be out of position, or am I confused? Looks more like he's going for the gate or a wall here. Indeed, not really pressuring that area. 2 castles now against 3 castles. Production could be better for the snake here. Paladin numbers could be really nice for Roomstock though. And look at that! Okay. Roomstock already trying to be annoying at the top side corner. Trying to block the 3rd one. Some more walls by Belize, buying himself a tiny bit of more time. Elite Plumed Archer upgrade will finish before he fights for sure. Chemistry on the way for him as well. No idea who is having thumping on this one though. Running to the castle, but now dodging that. The Viper way too good to lose a lot of units there. The Max still not on the way to Imperial Age. Kind of rough for him. How is the resources looking? Okay, he is clicking up now. And I'm curious to see what army composition he's going for. Trying to raid Jordan in the back, who obviously will clear this up. But will he actually? Maybe some good micro here could really help out. We have 6 Europeans going against each other, so micro shouldn't be that big of a problem here when it comes to lag. Let's take a look. Oh, Paladin flank was coming in trying to snipe those traps, but the Viper with the quick walls here trying to defend those quite nicely. Now the go from the front though. Velise snagged 1 trap, is trying to go for the other one. Obviously needs a lot of arrows, but has a lot of plumed archers, so makes sense. 2nd trap going down now, opening the walls, and Jordan is just very far out of position. As you can see, Cavaliers here in the back because the Max bought so much time, and now the big double here could maybe clear this up. Preparing the traps here was Velise, and this is a rough spot for the Viper. He opened his walls again, now tries to take this engagement at a reasonable spot for sure. Paladins at the front not getting the surround because of the positioning here by the Viper. More Paladins are coming over, traps in the back only at